All right, hey there. I want to talk about something. So this is what keeps me up at night. This is what makes me crazy. All right, and I'm going to talk while I'm working. So hopefully this video will come out. We will see. All right, so I'm going to preface what I'm going to talk about with a couple stories, and it's kind of just been bouncing around in my head. I just got to get it out. So here, I'm just going to record it so other people can listen to it. All right. So many of you probably have had children, and do you remember that first time you went to the doctor, and the doctor confirmed that your wife or girlfriend was pregnant, and they said, okay, you're going to have a baby in about 40 weeks or however long it was until then. They give you an estimated due date. Now they can't tell you exactly what the exact day is or what time of that day, what the hour would be, but they can give you a ballpark. And even if you wanted them to tell you, it's just you just never know. But one thing you do know is that as soon as those labor pains start, the baby's coming soon. And there's just no question about it. I mean, that's the way God designed us. That was the signal to know that it's happening. All right, so that's the first thing. We can't know the day or hour of when the baby's going to come, but we can know what month, give or take. All right, and so the next thing is, I want to talk about, the generation that's being born right now. Like my kids, they don't even know what a CD is. They know what DVDs are, but they don't know what a CD is. This generation is not going to know what life is like without a computer, a screen of some sort in front of their face 24/7. And if I said to you, if I wrote this down in a history book and somebody read about it, would they think that I meant some generation off into the distant future? Or would they think I meant the generation that was alive right now? All right, so now I'm going to get into what did Jesus say about this generation, or should I say that generation that he was talking to? In Matthew chapter 24, verse 8, he says, when you see all these things, or he said something about this is the beginning of sorrows, and in the Greek that can be rendered the beginning of birth pains or labor pains. And then in Matthew chapter 24, verse 34, he said, this generation will not pass away till all these things take place. Now, if you just stopped right there, you might think, oh man, he was talking to people back then. That might have been the generation that was alive back then. But for a couple thousand years, we've been told that, that didn't happen. We're still waiting. It's going to be the generation of people that are alive at the time that happens. It's like, but wait a second. 2 verses later, he says, but of the day or hour knoweth no man. Well, does that mean that no one can know what time, like what generation, what year? Imagine that your doctor's saying that to you. You can't know the day or hour. What does that mean? Your baby might not be born till next year? But what about the birthing pains? Well, the birthing pains that Jesus was talking about started back in the first century, within 40 years of his ministry. And we've been told that those birth pains are still going on. Well, I don't know anyone who's experienced labor for that long. And I think it's a weak excuse to ignore Jesus' plain words. I think about this all the time. I talk to people about it all the time. And quite frankly, I haven't run into anyone who really wants to deal with these verses. And on the rare occasion that they do, it ends up changing their life. Most people want to keep their head in the sand and ignore what Jesus' plain words say. That generation has come and gone. So, what are we waiting on? So that's basically all I got to say. It's short and to the point. I hope it's to the point. And this is what keeps me up at night.